Thank you. Thank you very much, everybody.
I have a confession to make. I used to hate Israel passionately and intensely. I used to hate Jews, and I decided that I'm going to go on an educational journey to learn how to defeat those really evil people.
I'm a nice person. I'm here to get to know new people from a different culture, a new experience. I was in Dubai a few months ago, so people who I already met, and I fell in love with their country. Now I get to show them my country.
I just want a little bit of peace, peace and love, peace and love. I just want a little bit of peace.
Israel, the United Arab Emirates, and Bahrain signed a trilateral agreement at the White House today.
I see it my life mission to make people unhappy.
So un-Jewish to me. You know, the idea that you know all of God, that it's black and white.
This vision is not just of hope. I can give my hand for a peace, and on the same hand can reach and can see a knife on the other side.
If you're gonna talk about a knife, I've never seen someone chase anyone with a knife, or even on the news. You don't see that.
This question of being Arab or Jews, it's not relevant at all. Saving lives is the most important thing here. Not of like who you are, but how you are.
I am not the best paramedic that you could find, but I can try my best to assist. That's all I can say.
I think everyone have flaws. No one is flawless. No one is perfect. Beside God, no one is actually perfect.
We need to think about purpose and about values and about repairing the world. My father always said that pessimists and optimists die the same way, but they live different lives. And he taught me to be optimistic by choice. Optimism is a tool. He said that pessimists never discovered any star in the sky.
I just want a little bit of peace, peace and love, peace and love. I just want a little bit of peace.
Wow. Wow, this is nice. I'm a professor in microbiology and nanotechnology. And I'm also the vice president for research of this university, Bahrain University. And this is my office next to my lab. And we investigate parasitic diseases, a parasite which is also present in the Emirates.
With the students that are at the university, are they diverse? What backgrounds do they come from?
Okay, so in my group, you will see people from all over the world. I have Arab students, a Jewish person who came from Ethiopia.
But the thing that I like about your lab, the fact that everyone's from a different background and you can all work together.
I think that science, it's an international language.
What unifies you
Yes.
is the science.
Yeah. Oh.
Welcome to my, hey, not that much of excitement, please. So welcome to my second home. This is my child, my dream, my everything. So we're going to start with the starters.
Absolute freedom from an existentialist perspective is that you view yourself as a full agent and human being with full potential and subjectivity and free will, and you have the power to define your path. So I think we have to really reflect on two things. Our ability to criticize ourselves and to be okay with confrontation.
Yeah.
يا خرا احنا جايين ضيوف عندكم احنا جايين ضيوف عليك يا خرا احنا جايين ضيوف عندكم يا محترم ضيوف احنا جايين ضيوف يا خرا احنا جايين بتشتم ليه
I'm here to actually break barriers and show people there's no need to be hostile to each other.
يا اخي انت وبعد اللي عملناه عشانكم والحروب
ما عملتوش علينا عشاننا لا حبيبي
مش انت مش المطبعين داي اناف كفايه مش عايزين.
It is important to make peace for the two peoples, Arab and Jewish. But too much time, 73 years, we lost.
At the end of the day, peace on paper is from politicians, but actual peace on the ground has to be with the people.
We come in peace.
Despite our differences, we're all human. We're all here for the same cause, and we're all the children of Abraham.
Was there an Abraham? Historically, I say no, I don't think there was an Abraham. I think the Torah was written in different times by different writers.
Okay, I need to think about that for a bit. What I believe about Abraham is the father of the prophets, and he was a great man.
When God told Abraham, leave your land, leave your family, leave your this, go somewhere else, and I will bless you there. It's actually all of us are Abraham. All of us have to make the sacrifice in order to get a better future.
I've been spit at, things thrown at me, told I'm not Jewish. I'm a shame on our society.
Big pleasure for us to see all of you together over here in this yeshiva. This is the way to have the real connection with God, is to learn what He said. If we learn and we give our life to learn what God means, this is the way He gives us the connection between us to God.
Fear of change, right? I mean, he kept repeating, we're doing what God wants, we're doing what God wants. I actually bit my tongue. I don't like that.
So what's my mission in life? I'm sitting here in Jerusalem, looking back at the Temple Mount, Haram el-Sharif, as the Arab call it, the Western Wall, the most holy place that, unfortunately, every crisis that's starting in the entire world, most of them are starting from here, especially in that region. A month ago, the crisis, the conflict between Hamas and Israel, starting from here. If that place will have a peace, we'll have a peace.
Is it important to hear the Palestinian view? Yes.
I would love to have a Zoom meeting with Palestinians. I would love to. I think we should talk.
If the leaders want to do peace, they can do.
It's painful to see how many people are suffering.
There's a categorical fact. Palestinians are suffering.
احنا الفلسطينيين هنا في الداخل الفلسطيني نتعرض إلى حملة مضايقات، حملة اعتقالات حتى.
There's another fact. Israelis suffered terrorism by Palestinians, my community, my friends, me, myself.
Fear should never be used to guide policy.
But do you understand the fears that I have as an Israeli, for instance?
I can try, I can empathize.
Don't try to change yesterday because it's unchangeable, but think about tomorrow and shape it today. That's, I think, the lessons for leaders.
In Islam, it says that Allah لا يغير ما بقوم حتى يغيروا ما بأنفسهم. Translates to God does not change the people unless they change from the inside. So both of us need to sacrifice some of it.
In my Judaism, I don't really believe in the separation. I think a lot of women feel stuck. There's suppression of females within Judaism. It connects to so many different parts of the life here. There are so many things that I'd like to change. Be allowed to have a Torah scroll inside. We're still not allowed to read from the Torah. As an activist, I'd really love to help create a more loving, supportive, open, diverse culture in the state of Israel. And these are the goals, and hopefully this new government, we can kind of make some progress. It's been on hold for many years.
So for us, it's really a special moment. I want to welcome the whole delegation from the United Arab Emirates, from Morocco.
What?
From Bahrain.
Why I love King Hamad is that our coexistence, our peace is the best.
From Egypt.
This is Mohammed Helmi. He was an Egyptian diplomat, and he actually risked his own life.
I know the first student in Israel is also here.
And before I start, I have to thank the people that without them we wouldn't be sitting here, which are our leaders.
At the UAE specifically, if they don't get the blessing from their leaders, then you don't have the legitimacy to actually talk to them, an open-minded talk.
I have to thank His Highness Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan and His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, as well as Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum.
Israel, it's a free country, it's a democracy, I can talk to anybody.
For taking this courageous step and bringing us together with a family relation and more. You see, I had a very interesting experience today.
1, 2, 3, 4.
What do I think about the word accessibility? Access. I never thought about it.
A lot of places still not accessible, and sometimes people don't understand even what it's meant to be. It means that I cannot enter. It means that somebody didn't take me in account. It means that somebody don't think that it's important for me to visit here or there, or she will only enjoy the outside, or here we make a ramp, but still you cannot go inside to the church or go inside to a synagogue, and etc., etc. It's not that I'm fighting only for me. I'm fighting for you, for the day that you will need it.
I totally relate to that. I identify as a woman, not by choice, because it's a label that is imposed on me because I navigate the world through the gaze of the other. And the gaze of the other is often male and patriarchal.
Let me think about that, actually.
Like I'm in the sky looking down. We're all one, aren't we? We're all the same. We're all human.
If everybody just see themselves as human beings and not transgender, transsexual, gay, lesbian, religious people, not religious people, all of us are human.
So we need to like start tolerating each other, respecting each other, and just getting along.
Am I a bit suspicious of some in the Israeli society that perhaps the Abraham Accords is a way to put a magic potion on themselves? Yes, I'm suspicious of some. Maybe I'm the problem. Maybe we're looking for young people who are never cynical. But I, who lost some friends in my life, unfortunately, wake up every morning not only thinking of the fantasies in the region, but waking up to its reality.
When I began negotiating between Arabs and Israelis, and I was asked, why is this so much more important to you? I said, this is a conflict with a human face. And what you represent here is what years ago we tried to create. Peace is breaking down the barriers between societies. Peace is introducing each society to the other society. So you know the hopes, you know the fears, you see they're just like you. What you're doing here is the stuff of peace.
People have conflict because of conflicts within them.
I'm a very rational person. That's the way that I am born and raised, that I'm feeling my life, that I'm thinking with the next step.
And we, as human beings, became great thinkers. And it evolved us to a place where we forgot the land, the ground, the foundation, the basics.
We are not living in Switzerland. We don't live in Sweden. This is not the desert of Texas. This is a different situation. We are living here in a different desert, different environment, different people, especially different culture.
Inner peace is what helps us connect to others from a whole new place.
I'm seeing on my parents, I'm seeing it to my parents' friends. I'm seeing it on a lot of old people. It's very hard to keep this openness.
I'm 58 years old, and I can do not just on a physical, on a mental level, but so much more than this young group is capable of doing.
Young people around the world just want to live their life. They want to go out. They want to play around next to their houses. They want to go to the park. Young people just want to enjoy, or maybe sit at home and game like how I used to.
There's something greater, brighter, and much more beautiful here to share.
And what is Leaders of Tomorrow?
The Leaders of Tomorrow needs to focus on, researching for themselves, making sure what they do, they're full. They have a goal. You need to have a goal to do what you have in mind, and this is what Leaders of Tomorrow.
We are right now Leaders of Tomorrow, and we don't have much time for being Leaders of Tomorrow. Leaders of Tomorrow have a matter of time.
The story you've been telling yourself, the story you were told, is no longer servicing you. Let's change the narrative. Find peace.
Yusuf.
I have no clue what we're looking at, Abdullah.
How does it look outside? What do you think?
You know what shocked me? I can see desert. I can see houses which are, well, not in the best condition. What I saw, a solar panel, a huge solar panel. What is it doing in the middle of a desert? You know, whenever I go to a desert where I see houses in such conditions, we don't see solar panels. We come in peace.
I just want a little bit of peace. Full on sobbing. I'm like full on crying.
I'm not a cry person. I don't cry.
Hi, I'm Hillel Silverman. I'm an activist and digital creator from Jerusalem.
Hey, my name is Ashage.
No, it's okay. I said Jerusalem and I've been in Tel Aviv for a few years. I lied.
I'm Imtiaz, an expat teacher in Abu Dhabi.
I think I grew up in a very like harsh, I had like a complicated life, so I know what actual difficulty look like, or what trouble looks like.
I've just landed last night, actually. So it's my first morning in Tel Aviv.
There are definitely a bunch of differences between the Emiratis and Israel. There was a golden bidet in a lounge I went to. It was made out of gold. There are bars in Tel Aviv that don't have toilet paper.
That is like a big question, who I am.
That is such a big question.
When I spoke to people about coming here, they were telling me be careful, or, you know. Now that I'm here, I feel safe. I don't feel like I should be careful. It's just like any other holiday, I guess.
There has to be programming, both like in Arab school and like mixed schools, and just to get to know each other, because in the end of the day, I think a lot of people don't know each other.
How the soccer teach them about life. They're coming in a time, they work in a teamwork, they respect each other. You know, we don't have any politics there because we have Arab, we have from South America, we have Africans, we have Jewish, we have everything, I think. In my team, for example, it's mixed for all over.
I just want a little bit of peace. Peace and love. Peace and love. I just want a little bit of peace.
And I think this is a great vision. But a vision is something that is set forward for generations to be realized. We see it taking first steps through these accords.
You know, I'm not an expert on the treaty, but I think that if the idea of forming these relationships changes Palestinians' lives in Israel-Palestine for the better, then sure, I hope that it's a good thing, but I don't really see that happening.
يعني كل بين آدم يشلو لب، أول إيزي شلوم، على إيزي شلوم مدبرين.
I believe that Abraham Accord is the first step. That is what brought us together, and we actually found what's really common between us.
If we come together and we say, let's build a world that you and I can live in, that you and I can share, then we can have peace.
And sometimes we too are trapped in our own prejudices and our own preconceptions.
So we just need to open our eyes.
We need to open our hearts and our eyes to think beyond the frame of how we are taught to perceive a country as an enemy or a people as our enemies or different than us. And not that the differences don't exist, but...
To me, next step is going to be more about more business together, more tourism together. So this is what I see.
Business is good. We all need money. But this is not what we're here for.
Tata!
For most people who live in this part of the world, this is not what life is about. It's about tradition. It's about culture. It's about family. It's about community.
Your family is around, your health is around. That's it. We don't need anything else.
Thank you, my God. Thank you.
האמת שאני מאמין בשלום ובאהבה, ואני גם מאמין, אני נגד הפצצות הגרעיניות. הסמל הזה נועד גם בשביל זה. גם כל קעקוע, כל הגיל זה משהו שהוא חלק ממני, כמו פאזל. למשל, זה בגלל מה שאמרתי. אז אמא שלי היא חלק ממני, אז אני שומר את זה.
It's about deep mysteries that we still can't grasp.
Please make sure this type of initiatives will last forever and will become from 20 people to 200, 2,000, 20,000, 200,000. תודה רבה.
I just want a little bit of peace, peace and love, peace and love. I just want a little bit of peace. Peace and love. Just want a little bit of peace, peace and love, peace and love. I just want a little bit of peace. And love. I just want a little bit of peace, peace and love. Peace and love, peace and love.